The match, Sheridan Idson spoke to some of the players involved.
Rob, was that fair enough, 0-0 in your opinion?
I think both teams huffed and puffed today. Didn't create that much going forward, to be honest. Game when probably both defences were on top. Kept the ball well, I think, us personally, but just didn't have any clear-cut chances today. And goals win games, and there wasn't any scored today, so has to go to a replay.
I think probably a draw fair result today. Both teams had good chances. A very hot day at Hampden pitch that was very sticky indeed. Good one for defenders. It was hard for the wingers to get forward. You know, it was sticking in the ground and it was easy to read at times.
Are you the only Dunfermline player that's pleased that there's a replay, because it means that if you do get through, you can play in the final?
No, not at all. I mean, I would have gladly gave away a place in the final if we had won that match today. I mean, we feel we had a couple of good chances, you know. First half, second half, one for Gary Mason. It felt if that had went in, it might have took us through. But I suppose Hibs are probably saying the same thing.
Any doubt in your mind that you're good enough to get past Hibs to make it to Hampden again in the final?
Yeah, we've showed in recent weeks. I mean, we beat Hibs last week 1-0. Hibs probably played the same team last week as they played today. Same with today. We more than matched them today. All right, they had a lot of the ball in the second half, but I think when the replay comes down a week on Tuesday, we'll be as up for it as them. So it'll probably be another tight game. How difficult has this week been, Scott? I mean, were you one of the players that went to the chairman and had words?
I don't know.
In terms of the players going to see the chairman to complain about the manager, why did that happen?
I don't know. Did you ask the manager or the gaffer or Mr. Peter?
Were you part of the delegation that went to see?
I don't know.
The chairman. I mean, it's difficult to talk about. How do things go forward from here?
How do we go forward? Look at the result. We were unlucky. We've played out our skin, so it shows that we're giving 110% and we want to go forward. We've got 5 or 6 games left at the end of the season and we want to win everyone.
Can you give us an example of what it is the players that are unhappy with about the manager's style? Is it the training? Is it?
Don't know. Couldn't tell you.
You personally, how do you feel about John Collins and how he trained you? And
good. Very good.
So if it was up to you, you'd get the situation resolved, and you're happy with what's happening at Hibs just now?
Yes. Very happy.
The spirit and the unity within that dressing room is better than it's ever been.
Really?
It's fantastic.
Because of what's happened?
I don't really want to go into detail, but no, the spirit's fantastic, and I think it showed today. We got back to our pressing game, didn't let them settle on the ball, nicked a lot of second balls, and won a lot of tackles today. Yes, we're not back to where we were two months ago, but we're trying everything possible, and the dressing room's bouncing at the moment. So we're all going in the right direction together.
Well, that's fascinating, because I know that you all went to see the chairman. I know nobody wanted to speak in the build-up to such a big game. Now the game's out of the way. Can you tell us what it is that the players are unhappy about with John Collins?
Not really. What's gone on in the past has happened, and we move on now to the next game. Like I said before, the dressing room is unified, both the boys and the gaffer, and it's stronger than ever.
Do you believe in John Collins? Do you believe in what he's doing?
Yes, absolutely.
Hand side from that very creative duo of Scott Brown and Ivan Sproul, and at times today they were terrific, weren't they?
Yeah, Scott Brown showboating a little bit there, but he's got that kind of ability, and if you've got it, why not show it? Sproul's always sharp, and he gives teams a lot of problems. Not been scoring of late, as we said before. That's something he has to add to his game, but he certainly is always a problem for defenders just because of that level of pace he has. But Brown was starting to cause them an awful lot of problems, and this was a great run, and he set up almost I thought was a clear-cut chance. It was a very good challenge. I think it was Scott Wilson just got in with the challenge just at the last second.
Yeah, not to take anything away from Scott Wilson. We were talking about Bamba there. He played well as well, but I think Scotty Brown getting to the byline a few times, and Ivan Sproul as well. I mean, I sometimes complain about him that it's all pace and no thought. But he had a little bit of thought this afternoon, and he got behind defenders. And sometimes he wasn't favourite to get by people. On this occasion here, he's not got anywhere space to run into, and you sometimes think he runs up blind alleys. On this occasion, gets great position. Terrible shot, but he gets himself into good position. So I was very impressed with both of them, and I suppose I suspect he should get this across the goal on this occasion. But in actual fact, it's not a decent effort. It's almost on target. So I thought down the right-hand side, Hibs were particularly threatened, and most particularly in that second half.
But watching it again, I'll say it again, I can't believe it finished 0-0. It should have been 2-2 or something like that, shouldn't it? And it's Scottish Cup final, but of course we have to wait to find out whether it will be Hibs or Dunfermline who join them, and John Collins has now joined me. John, like a lot of semi-finals, a game that maybe disappointed a little, and I'm sure you feel that you should have won it.
Yeah, I thought first half was fairly even. It was a tense affair, but second half I thought we definitely had the momentum, trying to get forward. We had a few opportunities to break the deadlock, but we never managed to do it. I think that's the story of the last month or so, in front of goal, lacking that little cutting edge that we had earlier in the season. But that's part and parcel of football. We're still trying to do the right things, still trying to get forward. And we're still in the cup, clean sheet, so we'll live to fight another day.
Yeah, and composure in front of goal is maybe what's missing, and that's a hard thing to coach, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but we've got goal scorers, and we've proved throughout the season we've scored lots of goals, lots of wonderful goals, as you've seen here a month ago in the cup final. So there's goals in us, but at this little moment in time, we've lost our sharpness, that little cutting edge, but nothing too much to worry about.
Yeah. Andy McNeil did very well for you early on, particularly, and then took that nasty knock. How is he?
He's going to have a sore head tomorrow. He's probably going to stay in bed, but he's been fantastic for us since the day he came into the team. 19 years of age, his shot stopping is wonderful, great reflexes, distribution is wonderful. So another couple of great saves, crucial saves. He's done very well.
Yeah. And Benji looked to have taken a sore one near the end as well.
Yeah, he got a bad one. He's got some serious stud marks probably from his thigh down to his ankle, but nothing too much, a bit of bruise. I'm sure he'll be fine in a couple of days.
It's obviously not been the ideal build-up to the semi-final for you this week, John. We've already heard from your players early in the programme that everything's fine in the dressing room. Is that your view as well?
Yeah, it's always been my view. The everything's fine in the dressing room. Had a few hiccups. It's been a difficult week for everybody, but the most important thing is the players responded today in the right manner. It's the guys that have to cross the white line and do the business. We haven't won the match, we haven't lost it, but we're still on for the double. Yeah,
I noticed as well that when you came out yourself before the game, you got a terrific reaction from the Hibs fans. How important is that to you?
Well, that's great. It's very important. They've been great to me from the first day I arrived. It's always nice to know they're behind you.
Yeah. The events of this week taught you anything in this early stage of your managerial career, John?
Oh, it certainly has. It's ups and downs. I'll never take anything for granted. Expected, unexpected, shall we say.
But you'll cope, I'm sure.
Of course, that's you've got to have thick skin in this business. You've got to be a fighter. Never give in, and you've got to keep looking to the future. Yeah.
Tell me something, you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it. I haven't enjoyed this week, I've got to be honest. Not one little bit. But previous weeks, 4 weeks ago, when I was standing on that pitch, dancing about with the players, the fans singing, worth all the hardship.
Good to see you, John. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.
So it's Hibs and Dunfermline to replay a week on Tuesday for the right to meet in Celtic in the Tennant Scottish Cup final. Let's